Welcome back, my friends, for another fun reloading video. Today we're continuing our series here, reloading 9mm with our 124 grain Lee truncated cone tumble lube design. We are using Alliant Unique. We are using our Unis Ginex small pistol primers. We have 700 done, 300 to go. I've got my primers loaded up in the tubes here. We are ready to keep on rocking. So here we are at the bench, and I've sort of cheated. We've already loaded up 100 rounds the other day after work, but it's time to refill our primer tube over here. We've got them loaded up here, so let's go ahead and top that off and continue on with our loadings. Oh yeah, make sure we got them all. One time I had like 2 of them sticking in here, and I ended up with 98 rounds, and I was like, what the heck, man, where's my thingies at? They were still in the tube, so be careful of that if you're a dummy. Anyways, let's get to it. So we're still picking out our undesirable head stamps, which have been a lot. Apparently I wasn't sorting my brass, down at the bottom of the 5-gallon bucket. But we're still throwing our 4.8 grains here of Unique and running just like a sewing machine or something like that. Is that what people say? Anyways, always verify your powder. Check your head stamps to make sure you're not crimped, because you've seen all the issues my dummy self has been having in the earlier episodes here. And we'll just go ahead and plunk test this one here just to make sure. We'll catch him and then get our next piece of brass in. Alright, let's quick inspection. Yes, very nice. Same overall length look to it there. We're in fact a 9mm head stamp, not a Makarov. Ha! And here's our test platform with the plunkage. Beautiful sounds to go with our tunes here. So there we go, that's ready to go, that's good. We're dialed in with our powder measure here. I think we're ready to be cranking out some ammo. We already got a new piece of brass in there. We have powder. Seek that bullet. Bang, bang, boom. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing a 38 special series after this one. Maybe not 1,000 rounds, only because I don't have that many casts, I don't think. And the weather's going to be crappy and all that. It's been cold and not quite ideal weather for casting. I don't have a garage or a structure basically to do it in. So going to be a minute before we get to cast anything, unless we have a really nice weekend, which I'm kind of hoping for. So hopefully I'll get to cast some more. I do have a few new molds I want to try out. Still got to break them in. By new mold, I mean I've tried the bullets before. I just got the 6-cavity versions of the Lee molds that I already had 2-cavity versions of. So we picked up the Lee 312-155 2R, I think, or 5R, or I don't know, something. It's the 155 grain 7.62 by 39 projectile, but I sized that down to 309 or 309 and a half for 300 blackout. And that's one of my favorite projectiles for that. It feeds great, and it works in a standard magazine for the most part. But if you can't get it to work in your PMag, it will still work in, or not still work in, but it works really well in a 350 Legend magazine. So if you get a 20 rounder for that, then you can use that for your 300 blackout with your big long subs, and it might be worth your time to pick up if you need some 300 blackout magazines and also 350 Legend magazines. It has a dual purpose there. I know I could use a couple more. And that's the CMMG 20 rounders, I mean. Get this Blazer stuff out of here. Get this NATO head stamp stuff out of here. There we go. Some standard Federal. We'll take it. But yeah, I needed some ammo on hand, so we're making some ammo to have on hand. Because, you know, you need some, I don't want to say ciders, but you need some warm-up shots. You need to have some plinking ammo laying around. You need some rainy day situation ammo laying around. So I just needed some more ammo, you know what I'm saying, y'all? And I'm not buying none of that factory crap. Not at $30 for 50 rounds or any of the, no, just none of it. Not doing it. Haven't done it in a long while. Bought factory ammo, that is. See how much smoother this is going with me sorting out head stamps? Who'd have thought if you use the correct brass, you know, it would work. Whoa. There we go. Well, that guy was a little tight, but I think we broke him in good. Yeah, no problem there. No problem. You just give it a spin and it'll sit right down on her. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to take this pile of brass and prep it. By that I just mean remount the pockets on the old prep center. Just hit them on the little chamfer tool, reams off the crimp, and you're good to go. Ow. Wish I wouldn't do that with these Federal cases, because they're not crimped, I don't think. Almost grabbed from the wrong pile there. Spear head stamps are good to go. Federal head stamps are good to go. But not Blazer head stamps. Remington are good to go. But not Blazer. You think all the companies under Vista would have somewhat of a similar process or something, even though they're all, you know, independently owned or whatever. Vista oversees all of it. And I demand that they uniform their cases to have no crimps for their pistol ammo, because that's just gosh darn ridiculous now. just gosh darn ridiculous now. Oh yeah. So when we do finally get all this loaded up and we get to go to the range, we are going to be, you know, aside from plinking and blasting and dude bro mag dumping, we are going to, as I said in an earlier video from the series, I'm going to separate like 10 or so from different head stamps and just run them over the chronograph, compare the velocities and consistency between, you know, different head stamps. And then I'm going to just grab like, you know, 20 at random. I did not poke out my primer. We'll try it again. So yeah, then I'll test a whole bunch of random cases, see how consistent that is, and then see if we even need to be sorting out our brass at all. I mean, I don't ever sort my 9mm, but if it makes a difference, you know, we should be able to see. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, it didn't pop out the primer on that first time, but I hit it the second time and it was just fine. But all good. All good. We're just pumping them out here. What is that, GFL? Broke Loader said good freaking luck. Yeah, toss those in the dirty pile. Where'd it go? I dropped one. Okay, we're good. Yeah, good freaking luck. You stay over there in the nasty pile. Oh. Which one is this? DNL? I trusted you. Ooh, it's kind of soft too. But we're primed. That one is ugly. DNL, and then we got some grossness on the rim there. So I'm going to just kind of rotate it and make sure that primer is uniformly seated in there. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. If it fits, it ships. Oh wait, that was a Gila. Get out of here, into the nasty pile. We did have to break out our new bottle of Unique. Oh yeah. So we filled up our hopper there. And it saddens me, yet I'm excited. I went through my first pound of Unique. And it really goes a long way, even though I'm using almost 5 grains of powder. I've shot a couple hundred, you know, so far, and they've been great. Oh yes. So Unique is definitely a favorite around here. Super good stuff, fellers. Although Alliant, it says made in the USA, you know, right? But I've seen less of them than I have Hodgdon, Winchester, Accurate, Ramshot, Shooter's World, even like Vectan and all those other foreign-ish powder companies you don't see very often. I've seen more often than Alliant. You know, I just want like 100 pounds of 2400, 100 pounds of Unique, some red dot, some power pistol, and probably, you know, like AR comp and several others. But we can't get them. They are nowhere. Ammo Inc. You better not be crimped. So yeah, tons of Alliant powders I want to try that you guys have all recommended, but I have not seen them at all, hardly ever, in the past, you know, year and a half. So I saw that at my local shop probably a year ago, and I grabbed it up shortly after I found my first pound. So yeah, I've had that one for about a year now, and I need more because I like it. And I kind of refuse to pay hazmat and shipping and all that crap on top of the already overly exaggerated price points. So I can't justify spending $35 for a pound of powder plus 20 or more pounds or 20 or more dollars for hazmat and then shipping based on the weight, because those 8-pound jugs are freaking huge. Because, you know, that won't just fit in a flat rate box or anything. It's got to be special hazmat packaging and special cardboard marked with special symbols and crap. So I personally only shop locally as far as my components go, and I'm really lucky to have the couple of shops around me that I do. It's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, $35 for a pound of Unique. It's getting up there. And I wish they made more here, probably in the US of A. Because I'd buy it if it weren't $35, $40 a pound. I mean, come on. Sig brass. It looks so plain and shiny. Bing! We might just have enough projectiles, but I think we're going to end up a couple short. That's very nice. So yes, this progressive machine here, very nice. You can see, you can keep a steady workflow, and I am pretty much inspecting several cases so far. Oh, I'm not going to say every single one, but dang near every other case. I check the primer seating. I'm always checking the powder. I'm still being very careful, and I manually index the shell plate, which is probably my favorite part, because on other machines it auto indexes at the bottom or the top of the stroke, and I like having the control to turn around, come back, grab this case, go over here, whatever I want to do, without having it automatically move and lock in a position to where I can't manipulate it. So for my purposes, the 550 here suits me just fine like. So here's where we are at currently. This is about 275, 280, something like that. And we've got a couple primers left up top here. If you've Dillon before, you know how many primers that might be. Anyways though, my brass pile's getting kind of low, so I'm going to refill that. And unfortunately, my bullets is running dry. I'm going to be like 10 or 15 or 20 short, and that's not very fun. But not to worry. A long while back, good buddy Chuck sent some of these to try out. This is the 356 125 2R, I think, maybe. Of course, powder coated with the Ford blue, and these weigh, you know, probably 125 to 130, depending on the alloy. So I tested these in a 3 Lee mold shootout versus Full Metal Jackets with this same unique recipe, actually. This is what I referenced when I went back to find our load, and I tested this bullet and the one we've been working on. So I'm just going to swap this out and get our seating depth set once I run out, and we'll just finish off with these, and that shouldn't be a problem at all. All right, so I've got my brass topped off. I've got 6 more of these to do. Make sure our last one is primed here. We'll do these last 6, and then I will go ahead and find my dummy round for our next bullet. So this should only take a minute to finish these off. 4 more here. And so many of these are stinking crimped pockets, y'all. I mean, it's nothing new. But dang. Can't do 2 in a row without having to search through all these. Ooh. Yeah, girl. That was a good one. Okay, this is the last one of these. So we'll go ahead and get this one done. We're going to go ahead and move everything to the next step, but I'm going to take this one out very gently and take this one out. Now we switch this without dumping our powder with our new dummy round, and then up here on the die that you can't see, I'm going to back the seating stem out. So then as we raise it, we can lower our seating stem to meet our new seating depth. And that should be a pretty good start. So I'm going to back it off just a hair from where it touched. Just because, you know, give us a little bit to dial it in with. And now we will try our first one here after we put these new cases back in. This one's been primed. Put in our lock studs, which is hard to reach around here with your big fat sausage fingers. And our new projectiles. Boop. So this one's already been crimped, but it's not going to be an issue to go through again. Just need to find a case. There we go. New projectile. Oh, that looks pretty good right there. Check our primer. Yep, that one got seated. And this one looks pretty good here. Might come down just a hair above that last little you know, a little shouldery bit on the projectile. But that's right about where we want it. Good stuff. I'll just come down a hair up top on the die. And we'll have to dump this one so we don't double charge. And then pull this guy out so we don't pop its brand new primer. So yeah, we came down just a hair. And that's what I'm going to call good today, right here, right now. Okay, yeah, girl. All right, we're charged. We're primed. New bullet. We're ready to go. As soon as I can find a piece of brass. Uh-oh. Overspill. This last one's going to get crimped here, and we can do the plunking test to make sure we got her all done good like. Oh, yeah. Winchester case, taking her good. And we'll catch this one. We'll knock it under the press just like the last one. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Boom. Plunking. Good stuff right there. Thank you, Chuck, once again for allowing us to finish this project. Boom. Appreciate it, my friend. So let's get these finished up here. We're definitely under 20. Okay, folks, I think we're getting down to it here. Maybe 5 more to go. Maybe a couple more, maybe a couple less. It's kind of hard to count the length of the tube, you know. Hard to count the tube length. Oh, there's another one. We're good. We're cranking them out here. Boom. Ooh, seat that primer. Norma Brass, treat us good tonight. Oh yeah, she's a tight one, but everything went better than expected. That one said Spear Plus P Plus. Ooh, this one's gonna be super. And I'm about to lose my bullets. About to lose my bullets there. Oh, I think we've got 1 or 2 more here. Okay, there's one. And I think I just got to make sure this last one comes out. Okay. There it is. That was our last one. Oh, yeah. 1 more bullet here. Seat it. Oh yeah, turn it and crimp it. 1,000 loads. Oh yeah. That was pretty good right there. And we made it, folks. Here we are. We gotta fill up our last 3 boxes here. Do some plunk testing. Oh yeah, and stare at our delicious pile of range food. And I'm gonna, plunk some of these here and set those upright so I know which ones those are. So I'll just pick all those out real quick like. And they're plunking so far, no problemo. Yep, all good, all good, yep. Boom. Wow now. Don't bruise the ammo, dude. There we go. And once again, thanks to Mr. Chuck Finley for the projectiles. Without that, I'd have had to get weird with it and see what I had laying around otherwise. It'll be kind of interesting to see how many we had of this projectile style here. Beautiful. This one's actually a 9mm projectile, like as in it was designed for 9mm, so this one will work in my other guns as long as it works in this one. So it's not one that I have to be really particular with as far as the seating depth goes. So if it fits in one of them, it'll fit in all of them. As far as mine go, your specific firearms might be a little bit different. Oh yes. Okay, I think I see a couple more. Ooh, look at the old tarnished brass. This one looks like that steel case, but it's actually brass once it got ran through the carbide die and rubbed some of that tarnish off. And it's a Remington case, RP. So it plunkies and it's good to go. And I think that might have been all of those. There's one more. 21 it looks like. Yeah, so no problem there. 21 of those. And let's fill these up here. Get on with it. Woo! Bingo! And there it is finally, folks. All of our rounds all done and yummy and delicious and ready to go to the range. Oh. Sorry, that was horrible. Here's our special guys here. And somewhere in this mess are the couple of empty spaces I had. So one of these are from a different test. I think it's a rifle primer. Yes, this one's a rifle primer. I'm going to see if my gun will shoot it. And then this one is, and then this one, obviously, there was a flake of powder underneath that when it was seated. So that's what we look like when that happens. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missing slots here. Let me explain that little bit of situation there. So if you've been following along, you saw in the first one or so, I seated one like this because I'm a professional. I also seated one in a Makarov case, which all you guys called out instantly when I was like, this one's short, You guys are like, yeah, it's a Makarov case. And sure enough, 9 Makarov right there. So there's 2 of them. And then here we can see I have 2 primers. They're both new. As you can see, I squished the heck out of this one because I'm a professional. And the anvil fell out there. And then this one, also, well done. Well job. We got some overflow of the brass. And it did not seat properly because I'm a professional. So that's 2 more. That's 4 out of 5. I have no idea where our 5th missing primer is. Or I guess the 6th, because that's a rifle primer. So take that out. I'm missing 2 more. I don't know where they could be, fellers. Oh well. I got plenty of rounds here to play with. Nothing to complain about. And there we have it, folks. 994 rounds out of 1,000. Not too bad for a dummy such as myself. Even you can defeat the ammo shortage. Whoa, now, Nelly. Yeah, if a dummy such as myself can perform all this, anybody else can. The resources are out there. Depends how much you want to spend, or if you were lucky enough to have anything before all of the mess started to happen, as far as you know, just ammo and firearms in general. Blah, 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 whatever. Here's a bunch of rounds. I'm going to go shoot them up at the range because America is freaking awesome. Anyways, these aren't political videos. This is just me hanging out, having fun. I'm glad you guys are here having fun as well. I really appreciate you watching the series we've had. It's been a lot of fun. Stay tuned for more. We're going to have a 38 special series. We may or may not do a 223 series as well. We're going to have to see. Anyways, if you like this sort of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also support the channel over on patreon.com/dummyround. So we will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Can't get over the light. Oh, it's supposed to be way cooler than it ended up being, but I just smashed my face into my ring light, so see you guys.